Good morning and welcome to Kid News. I'm Kim. Today is Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. And we begin with a good day to play hooky in Kansas City. The city is celebrating its Super Bowl champion Chiefs, and schools in the region are jumping on the bandwagon and giving kids the day off. The parade kicks off at noon and will end with a rally in front of Union Station. Crowd estimates top 1 million. And for the game that got them all there, the ratings were awesome. The Chiefs-Eagles showdown was the third most watched Super Bowl in history. As exciting as the actual football, the halftime show, and not just Rihanna. Getting extra love these days is Justina Miles, who wowed the crowd and apparently the internet as well, with her exuberant sign language interpretation of Rihanna's medley. As for the ads, USA Today's 35th annual survey of viewers gives the win to the farmer's dog for its Forever spot, which used 5 different phytos to represent the life cycle of man's best friend and his humans. The floodgates are starting to open for 2024 presidential wannabes, at least on the Republican side. Yesterday, the former governor of South Carolina announced she's in it to win it. Nikki Haley is the first, but likely not the last, to challenge former President Trump for the GOP nomination. On the Democratic side, all eyes are still on President Biden. Out of respect, other members of the same party typically wait for a sitting president to decide whether or not to seek a second term before going public with their own intentions. One political intention we know for sure is that of powerhouse Senator Dianne Feinstein. The Californian announced yesterday that she'll finish her term but will not run for re-election. She is 89, and her decision clears the way for a younger generation of leaders. Recovering what's left of the 3 unidentified floating objects most recently popped over North America is proving harder than expected. All came down in remote areas, and the weather isn't helping. And without pieces to put together, officials say it'll be really hard to determine what they were or where they came from. According to the White House, though, this much we do know. They are not alien or extraterrestrial. That had to be said sparked some laughter among reporters, but little else about this recent uptick in sightings is funny, and many in Congress are demanding answers. They may get them soon from the first and biggest balloon taken down off South Carolina. The U.S. military announced Monday that it's recovered significant parts, including sensors, electronics, and large sections of the structure itself. In today's Kid News notes, hope is defying all odds in Turkey. Yesterday, 2 teens were among at least 7 people pulled alive from the rubble of last week's earthquake. Their rescues came a staggering 200 hours after thousands of buildings came down. At least one prominent U.S. politician thinks a national ban on TikTok might be the way to go. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer made the comment over the weekend. Multiple state governments and Congress have already banned the app from government devices because they say its China-based owner could use it to spy on Americans. And Phil the Groundhog may have called for 6 more weeks of winter, but it's looking a whole lot like spring in some regions of the U.S. According to CNN, parts of the South and Southeast are seeing their earliest spring in decades, with leaves and flowers starting to pop as much as 3 weeks early. Another sign of the new season? Peeps-flavored Pepsi. The bright yellow cans with the questionable combination of marshmallow and soda are now on store shelves. That's it for Kid News this morning. Now today's Kid News quiz, generously sponsored by a family of Fremont, California, to wish Nisa a happy belated birthday and to cheer her on for this weekend's Red Heart Gymnastics meet with big sister Namratha. Nisa, we're told your smiling face brings happiness to everyone. We hope you had a great birthday. Now today's quiz. How many Chiefs fans might turn out in downtown Kansas City today to celebrate their Super Bowl champs? 1 million. Who just threw her hat in the ring for the Republican presidential nomination? Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. The U.S. military doesn't know a lot about the balloons it took down, but it's sure of one thing. What is it? The balloons aren't extraterrestrials from another planet. What longtime U.S. Senator just announced she will not seek another term? Dianne Feinstein of California. And something new today, our KidNuz Bounce Back bonus question to see if you remember a story from yesterday. Why do pictures of owls tend to flood the internet around this time of year? Because of a typo when people try to Google Super Bowl. Write it down, you'll see it. In today's KidNuz kicker, Billy the dog finds himself in trouble on the regular. His owner, Julia Zwar, told the dodo Billy will stop at nothing and he'll take any opportunity he can get. But his latest antic was next level. Julia returned home in New Zealand to find a note from some nearby park visitors who had to rescue him from her roof. Julia's roommate had moved her bed beneath an open window, which Billy apparently used as a springboard to his escape. Luckily, Billy kept his footing while the Good Samaritans kept their cool. They scaled the side of the house, put him back inside, and closed the window behind. The note on the door explained the adventure and was signed, "Cheers, the Park People." Appreciation to Nisa's family in Fremont, California for sponsoring today's quiz. Happy 9th birthday and hello to all of Nisa's friends at Gomes Elementary. And shout-outs to our KidNuz teachers, Mrs. Terrell and her Bobcats at Stone Oak Elementary in San Antonio, Texas, Mrs. McRoberts, Mr. Vito, and Ms. Cole and their Cougars at Countryside Elementary in Sterling, Virginia, Ms. Julia at Drummond Montessori in Chicago, Illinois, and Ms. Sherry and her LAA Lions at Livingstone Adventist Academy in Salem, Oregon. Thanks for listening. Please rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll see you back here for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.